Kamala, indeed, a man raising havoc here in the World Wrestling Federation. And right here on Wrestling Challenge, had to have some guys stretchered out.
Everybody he's been in the ring with has been stretchered out.
Well, we did, in fact, have a chance to talk to Jack Tunney, president of the World Wrestling Federation, about stopping it.
I know the result of that move is devastating. All I can say right now is that the barring of that move is under advisement.
The barring of the splash off the top rope, indeed, under advisement. The word given to us by World Wrestling Federation President Jack Tunney. You know, this guy's going to maim somebody.
Well, if he does that, Jack Tunney, he's going to put a lot of guys out of work. There's a lot of guys like to use that maneuver. I don't think anybody does it more devastating than Kamala.
How many guys do a splash off the top rope?
Well, I mean, just use the top rope.
Well, we're not talking about just using the top rope.
I'm talking about using the top rope.
Okay.
I can talk about whatever I want. I'm Bobby the Brain Heenan.
You bet.
You know, everybody's talking about a fan club. I hear all this scuttlebutt about a fan club.
Well, you didn't see fit last week to stick around long enough while we did talk about it. You sent Luscious Johnny V out here, but we're going to have, indeed...
Clue me in.
Well, this is the one that we've all been waiting for, fans, and it's here, the official WWF fan club. And it's coming.
Well, let's say I wanted to join it, hypothetically. What would I do? Write a letter, call a phone number? What would I do?
We've got a phone number for you if you want to call. It's 1-800-843-3409. We'll give you more information later on. Oh, look at that. A splash immediately from Kamala. Kim Chi screaming at him to go over. We don't want to see this.
I like to see it.
High atop once again. Kamala bombs away. Oh, good night. This youngster could well have sustained permanent injuries here this week on Wrestling Challenge as a result of that move once again.
I doubt if the Wizard or Kamala or Kim Chi really care.
No, I'm sure they don't care, but we certainly care. Let's go to the ring.
He's not
the
moving.
winner of this bout, the Ugandan headhunter, Kamala.
Kamala, not all there. Let's go back and take a look at how this 500 pounds got up indeed on the top turnbuckle, then came down with a vengeance. This guy has got to be hurt really bad. Some special info on some upcoming events coming out. Well, we're back, folks, and being carted out here on the stretcher, young Billy Anderson fell prey to the big splash of Kamala off that top turnbuckle, as so many others have, and we're just waiting for some kind of word from Jack Tunney, the president of the World Wrestling Federation, as to whether this hole is going to be barred or not. I definitely think it should be before someone is maimed and maybe perhaps has one of those lower back ribs just thrust into his lung. This Luscious Johnny V can put somebody out of business. Bro. Look at this. Kamala not satisfied. He wants to oversee. He wants to oversee the carrying out of poor Billy Anderson. Look at him right in the
He's watching him all the way to the dressing room the way it looks like, Monsoon.
What a display here this week.
I don't think he's concerned about him. He seems to enjoy what he does.
Look at this. King Kong Bundy on the way to the ring for his match runs head on with the Ugandan giant Kamala.
It's like King Kong meeting Godzilla at 42nd Street and Broadway.
The irresistible force meeting the immovable object. Look at this, the Brain trying to get his man. No, nobody wants a budge here. Look at Bundy screaming at Kamala. Kamala doesn't understand him. Well, the Wizard and Kim Chi finally get Kamala, but he's just backing up. Yeah. But still keeping his eye on Bundy.
That's the wisest thing Bobby did. That's the wisest thing that the Wizard did. These two would kill each other, no doubt about it.
Can you imagine these two near 500-pounders almost colliding here this week on Wrestling Challenge?
Bundy wasn't scared of him.
The following bout is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making his way to the ring with his manager, Bobby the Brain Heenan, from Atlantic City, New Jersey, weighing 468 pounds, King Kong Bundy. The opponent from Puerto Rico, weighing 231 pounds, Pedro Gonzalez.
Well, I'll tell you something here, Monsoon. You know this Pedro Gonzalez, I know nothing about him, but I'll tell you what, he has a lot of guts to go in there against Bundy. You can see the man's obviously given up close to maybe 180 pounds there. There's no doubt about it. And with Bundy's experience, 180, maybe 280 pounds.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe more like 280 pounds is right.
Exactly.
You know, when you think about it, the avalanche that's done by King Kong Bundy, you might compare that quite closely to the splash of Kamala, could you not?
Well, I guess you could, Monsoon, but that splash off that top rope was a little bit more devastating, I think, as an outside observer.
What I'm saying is the part of the body that you injure is primarily the same.
Right. The same body parts will be affected, right.
Clothesline by the big, well, you might as well say 500-pounder, because that's just about what he is. I like to call him the walking condominium with legs.
I would say so. The walking boardwalk. He's an Atlantic City boy. I don't know how they raised him down around there with all the gambling going on, but...
Oh, look out, the avalanche coming. There it is.
Oh, there it is. Now, what do you think? How would you compare that? How would you compare that avalanche off that...
Well, he's coming full speed ahead. It's just like the impact coming down. 3 count. Oh, he's asking for the 5 count.
And he got the 5
And
count.
Hebner gave it to him. Bundy, most impressive this week here on Wrestling Challenge.
Here is your winner, King Kong Bundy.
Let's go back and take a look at the video replay as Bundy made quick work of Pedro Gonzalez. Look at this avalanche. Wow.
There's your big avalanche fans coming right into him into the turnbuckle. There's no place to go, no place to hide, and it's just so to farm for Mr. Gonzalez.
Absolutely not. Nowhere to go once you're backed into that corner, and that avalanche certainly will take its toll. King Kong Bundy, well, earlier on we saw this as the confrontation almost took place. Right now we're going to go to the snake pit and Andre the Giant.